Teenager therapy, because we have problems too.
How tall are you?
I'm 5'5".
You're 5'5"?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
How tall are you?
I'm 5'11". 5'11".
Is 5'5" tall? I don't know.
You know, I think in 7th grade it was tall. Like in 7th grade, 5'5" was like, whoa, 5'5", 5'6".
I
That's
think
pretty
in 7th
tall.
grade I was like 5 foot.
Really?
I mean,
I was 5'6".
I don't really remember exactly,
Right.
but I feel like I'm like the average, like super average.
That's a good height,
you know?
though. I mean, like, do you want to be taller?
I mean, there's nothing I can do about it, so I don't. Like,
Yeah, you don't like thinking about it?
Yeah,
I'm pretty okay with my height. I think it's fine.
Yeah.
But you came from San Diego, right?
Is it going? Right
Yeah,
now? Oh
that's
my
it.
Gosh, wow. So
You didn't even notice, right?
Height.
That's how it should be. Yeah, but that's like an hour 30.
It's like, yeah.
That's
I mean, with COVID and everything, it's an hour 30, but like usually it's like 2.5 hours. Like, it's a really long time. But
and you just got to do that like
just gotta do it
every like 4. How long are you in LA? Like how often?
I'll come once or twice every week, but like I started social media when quarantine started, and so I haven't really. I mean, I live in San Diego, so like I'll come to LA. I used to come to LA like 3 or 4 times a whole year, like and just come with my friends, and it'd be like a whole day thing. And in that case, it was like worth it because I'd come and like I'd do like the whole LA time. But ever since starting social media, it's just been with like COVID. So, I mean, the roads are pretty empty. Should I swallow my gum?
Oh, maybe. Yeah, that's a good idea. Unless you want to hear your own gum live. Is it swallowed?
Yeah.
You got it already?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. It's going to be stuck in your stomach for 7 years. Wait, how long have you been doing this thing? Because you're new to it, aren't you? Like social media, TikTok?
Yeah, so I should I just go into how I started?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So I had Instagram and I had a YouTube channel and obviously Snapchat, just like every other teenager in the world right now.
Yeah.
And I was a high school student and everything, still am. A lot of people don't know that.
Oh, you still go to high school?
Yeah, I still go to regular school.
Okay.
And so when quarantine started, I had TikTok downloaded on my phone, but I wasn't allowed to use it because I had screen time on my phone that my mom put on. So I didn't know the password. And so on TikTok specifically, so Snapchat, I had like 30 minutes. Instagram, I had an hour. YouTube, I had like 45 minutes. And then TikTok, I had 1 minute because my mom couldn't figure out how to get it to 0 minutes. So I'd literally scroll through like 2 videos and then it'd be like screen time locked up.
Wait,
like,
she didn't want you to use TikTok?
No, because I like TikTok. It's a really new app. I feel like it's really developed in quarantine. And like lockdown and everything, but before it was just my mom just thought of it as like another time eater, time waster, just like another app. So she's like, you already have to my brothers and I, she was like, you already have Instagram, Snapchat, like all these other things, like why do you need another app, TikTok? So it was locked. And then the second week of quarantine, my brother Will, mentioned before, figured out our screen time password. And
how did you figure that out?
He was just guess. Okay, you don't know how many, like, there have been so many tries that, like, I've tried to, like, look over my mom's shoulder while, like, she's doing it, or, like, put something on my phone, and then, like, she'd put in the password and, like, try to see her fingerprints or something, or, like, where it is. So that was a huge struggle for us, but so my brother Will figured out the password to our screen time like the second week of quarantine, and so that's when I could that's like my first time being like all the way, like I could like scroll for hours on TikTok, and I'm like, wow, now I realize it's a really big time
Like, did your mom
waster.
not notice it? It doesn't tell her like, oh, she's been on it for like 5 hours this week?
No,
instead of 5 minutes.
No, yeah, so she like I feel like with quarantine, I don't know about your family, but with mine, like just like all wheels just like came off of like our whole family bus. Like we were like going to school and going to sports and all these things. And then quarantine started and we were just like all kind of on our own. Like I mean like as a family, of course, but
Yeah.
we were like watching TV, resting, working out, just doing things like that, kind of taking like a reset. And that turned into like a whole career for me, which is
How like
insane.
that's so crazy because oh my god, when I see like people like I started TikTok like in March of 2019 and now I have like 40 million. I'm like, what?
Well,
like in
so,
a
so
year?
how does that work out?
Yeah. So what month was this? It was this year or last year?
This is this year. So I started
This year?
Yeah. It's crazy for me to say too, like out loud. But so like a big misconception is that a lot of people, like girls in my grade, they still do, like everyone's trying to get TikTok clout. Like everyone just wants followers on TikTok.
Yeah.
And so they like try really hard, learn the dances and everything. I was never like that. Partly because I couldn't even have TikTok, but the other part of it was just like I didn't like know about it. I didn't really like dancing that much. Like it was like super new to me. And so I don't know, like I started TikTok 2 weeks into quarantine. I got recognized by all these people and then it was like up to me. I remember where was I? I was in my Mammoth house. Have you ever been to Mammoth?
No.
It's like this snowy area. It's like the mountains area. It's in California.
Okay.
It's like 6 or 7 hours away from here. So I was in my
far.
yeah,
Okay.
far, very
Yeah.
far. Yeah, so I was there and I remember my mom and I, we were like crying. My mom and I have had so many crying parties over this whole thing. Just like meltdowns about this stuff.
About
and my
what?
dad, just about like, it's like a lot to take on. Like being a teenager in general is hard, but like having millions of people put their opinions on you every single day is like even hard. I mean, it's not harder. I don't compare myself to, I guess, someone else, but it's like challenging. It's very difficult to balance. And so my dad, he told me, he was like, Ellie, people in their lifetime, if they're lucky, that people get one opportunity in their lifetime, and you're lucky if you get two, and it's up to you if you're going to take it or not.
Obviously, the big elephant in the room with you is Charli. You look like her, all that stuff, right? So you started TikTok, and it's funny because I remember seeing you on my For You page. That one video that blew up.
Really?
Yeah, the 3 million one. I remember like just scrolling, and it was nighttime, and I saw it. And at first I was like, yeah, that's Charli. And then like I kept watching and I was like, oh wait, that's not her. And then I checked the comments and everybody was of course there, like all these verified people. And that's all I thought of it. I was just like, oh, I guess it was like a lookalike. It's one viral video. Okay, the next thing. But then like I see you coming back and you kept going and everyone kept posting about you. So what, did you blow up because you looked like her?
I mean, I obviously am not the people watching me, but I think that and I don't really like to talk like about her very much because I've never met her. She seems like an amazing person, but there's nothing that I can do obviously to change my appearance. And so I think what differentiated me and my career and everything that is sitting on my phone right there is that I kind of had to like show people my personality, which is hard. Like I can't post two dancing videos or 3 dancing videos and be done for the day. Like I have to post vlogs. I want to. I love doing this. Before I even started TikTok, I had a YouTube channel when I was little. All my videos are privated, everyone, so don't even go and try. I mean, you can go subscribe now. I've reposted or I've like revamped it. But I just like have the personality, I guess, for it. And so, yeah, back to when this whole thing was starting, I was faced with the question, is this just like a one thing? Like, or am I going to take this and continue? Because yes, I did. I am totally open to admitting that I was recognized for looking like someone, and that's how people recognized me, and that's how I got my initial start. But what a lot of people don't understand is that I I had to kind of answer the question that my parents asked me, which is like, do you want to put your time into this? And do you want to post videos and pictures every single day and put yourself out there?
That the very first TikTok you posted, did it go like viral? Did it do well?
Mm-hmm.
Like the very first one?
Yeah, so a lot of people ask me this is like, how many TikToks did you have before you went viral? And so I had obviously I told you I had TikTok like before this, and I just had like videos. I had like 3 or 4 videos just like with my friends and I, those like random ones that you make. And I took all of those down because I didn't want my mom knowing that I still had TikTok. And then so my first video that I posted, it got like 50K views, which is a lot. And then second one had like 500K views. Third one had, like 1 million. And then my fourth one, it was like around my 4th or 5th one. It's like the one that has, I don't know how much
3 million.
it has. Yeah, that's how many likes it has.
Yeah.
It has like, I don't even know. I like scrolling back, like I was such a different person, like mentally back then. And so scrolling back, it like makes me sad, like just like going through and like seeing all the numbers that have grown, because it's like scary knowing so many people are watching you, which is why I like can't even get caught up in that. But yeah, it wasn't like a thing where I was trying very hard to, get cute.
Yeah.
Where I was trying, I didn't have like hundreds of videos posted and then just one went viral, and then that's where it started. It started kind of from the beginning.
Yeah. Did you embrace the fact that you look like Charli to grow? Or was it always like, I really don't want to be associated with it at all, and you try to like be completely different? Or was like, and like in all honesty, do you ever just see like, you know what? Maybe I should kind of use the clout and try to get up there. Because I know there is also a business side of it, and like if you're gaining clout from it, I think most people would probably keep going. And I think the people that are like, I would never do that, it's kind of like, So what do you think? Did you ever try to keep going from it?
Well, I've been asked this question before in person.
Yeah.
I was doing every single thing, as I've said literally millions, like so many times, is that I cannot change the way that I look. I've looked this way my entire life. I cannot stress that enough. I have had my hair cut since 8th grade. I have been myself, like no plastic in my body. I'm 16. This is how I look. And honestly, I was posting the same I still am. I post the exact same videos that everyone else posts. And so, yes, Charli posts trending videos, but that's everyone
That's
does.
the trend.
Literally every single person does. And so it's a mix for me. I post trending videos that I know are going to do well, meaning that I use the right song. And that's really it. I don't try to look a certain way. I think that a lot of people have told me, dye your hair, try to look different. This is how I look, and I'm not going to change that for anyone who I can't meet face to face, because all these people have opinions on me, but I'm not going to, I can't please everyone. One comment is going to tell me change this, and then another comment's going to tell me, no, that looks ugly now. And so I can't, I just have to do what's right for me. And yes.
Yeah, that's what's so stupid about this, is that I don't know, it seems you're getting so much unnecessary hate for no reason, because you're just you started this looking like yourself, and then to imagine that someone's this looks like you, why are you copying her? But
I'm not like a shapeshifter.
Yeah.
This is my
I guess
I look like.
if you were dressing exactly like someone, literally dressing every single outfit choice, right? And you were doing the same things, okay, you could change that. But the fact that this is just how you look
Well, I think something else that I'd really like to, put out there and stress is that I'm so grateful for this, but I think in the back of my mind when I get a hate comment is I know who I am. I don't need someone else telling me that. I know exactly who I am. And so, yeah. I don't know. It doesn't get to me. A lot of people are like, what do you react to your hate comments and stuff like that? But for every one hate comment, I get 20 comments hyping me up and telling me amazing things. And those are the type of people that I like to focus on, because I feel like, in TikTok comments when you comment, and like obviously when you comment on someone's TikTok or Instagram post, you want them to comment back. That's like why, like, you want them to see it and like recognize it. I feel like it's super unfair that, I don't know if you notice this, but like when someone does like a hate comment, like the creator will only respond to that one hate comment instead of like the hundreds of thousands of other people. Let me rephrase that. Wow, my yerba mate really got to me. The thousands of people who are like hyping them up. Like, so I like to focus on those people. The other people, go for it.
Right.
You can. It's fine.
Does it not affect you? Like the comments, because like, I mean, you get shit on so much on the internet. I feel so bad because like meeting you in person, you're so sweet and you seem so friendly and open.
Thank you.
And like, but on the internet, like you get like shit on like really badly, and I feel like so terrible. Like even on our post, we posted you in our hoodie, right? And like even in that comment, and our posts are pretty positive.
For people who post with me, I like have
Really?
to tell them, like when I do like a collab or something, I'm like, I just want you to let you know, like, the comments are gonna be bad. Like
it's terrible. Yeah, like even in our post, we posted like they were like, "Oh, knock off Charli," and that's what it was. And I was like, "Dang, they like scout for her. Like they're just so ready to like. I don't know why they just leave those hate comments. Like, like does it affect you that like everywhere you go, someone's gonna be like, oh, knock off Charli, Walmart Charli?
Online, it doesn't. I mean, there are days that it does affect me, and it's hard because, as I said in the beginning of this conversation, being a teenager is hard enough, let alone having people tell you that you're lesser than someone else when, like, you already think that person's amazing. Like, I think of every single person as, like, their own individual and stuff like that. I think in person it's hard. When I'll be like at Target and someone will be like whispering or like screaming things at me, or, like screaming her name to me, and I like can't look, like I like can't, like, that's not who I am. Like I can't. It's just hard. I don't know how to take that,
because if you look when people are like Charli, you kind of start to I don't get into it, right? Yeah, because that's not you. So why should you? It's
not me. Why am I looking? It's not. You're not calling for me. So
oh, wow, people really do that. They just.
Oh yeah, it's rough. Like people are as ballsy as they are online in person sometimes.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's. I like to focus on the positives. And, like, my fan account pages and everything, they hype me up. Like, I love them so much. I just love them. But, I mean, in school, I was never really, like, super, I still am. Like, I wasn't very, like, popular. I just, like, sit in the library, do my homework every single day. And so I just got used to, like, not caring what people thought of me. I would wear what I want to wear. I still do wear what I want to wear. I acted how I wanted to act. And same goes for social media.
Wow. What were your reactions when like that first video went viral and everybody started like leaving comments and stuff? Especially all these verified people. Like literally everyone was there.
Oh wow, that was so long ago. I feel like, but I guess it was just a few months ago. I actually have a video when I like woke up that morning. My mom recorded me and I started crying because, like, happy tears. I was like, oh my God, like, what is happening right now? Like, I couldn't have even imagined that that's possible. Yeah. It was just.
Was it shocking?
Like,
it was
yeah, I'm still shook by it. I'm like shook by the whole experience. I'm shook that I'm here. Like,
everyone knows
I've
you.
I've been listening to your podcast literally since 2018.
Are you serious?
Yes, and then you DM'd me. Yeah, I know.
Why didn't you tell me that? I didn't know that.
Sorry about it. I've been a fan.
Are you serious?
Yes.
What?
Yeah, so my friend yesterday, I was with my friends from school, and their names are Sophie and Lola. We have a nonprofit organization and everything together. And she like 2 years ago was like, oh my God, listen to this teenage therapy podcast. And then I listened to it and I loved it. I loved the basis and the whole idea of it. And so yeah.
That's so weird because like
She was so
like
excited.
everything about me.
Hello.
Oh my
Mom.
god. Yeah, that's so crazy. And now you're on it. That's
Yeah.
wow. That's so
I know.
crazy.
So honestly, without like, I guess being recognized and without all these people leaving comments and liking my things, disliking my things, like I wouldn't be here. And so, yeah, I'm thankful for all of it. I love this.
Mm-hmm.
And like I take every single day, like I literally wake up and I'm so grateful for like my life. You know what I mean?
It changed so quick. I mean, so quickly. 6 months, 7 months, however long it was. It's just like it's a completely different route you're on now. You know, route that you're on. I don't know why. Why did you turn off the comments in some TikTok videos?
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah.
That's funny. My mom, like, I remember I turned off my comments and like TikTok room posted it, and she like screamed from the other room. She's like, "Why'd you turn off your comments?" And I'm like, I don't know. I just didn't want to see it anymore. I feel like the comments might not affect me, but I know that so there's a few reasons. Number one is I see a lot of like my supporters and like my support pages who I feel like I'm friends with. They'll like DM me and they'll be like the haters have been hating on my page. Like, I don't know if I can keep doing this. And I'm like, girl, I'm so sorry. Like, you don't have to keep, but like, I just want to let you know, like, I love you personally. I think maybe letting people realize that I'm a person. I read every single comment, just like I know a lot of people do. They might not affect me. Like, I might not go and tweet about them. But I see it and I'm like intaking all of these different people's opinions every single day. And so I think not only for me kind of not reading them and just shutting them off, but also for other people who leave the comments and are watching me being like, oh yeah, so when I tell her that she's less than someone, she sees that and it's a person behind it, which like, I'll get DMs. I'll get mean DMs. And, like, my mom and I both have my Instagram on each other's phones. And so she'll respond and be like, I'm so sorry I hurt you like that. Like, I'm sorry that I hurt you enough to, like, have to DM me personally and tell me to go hurt myself or go do something, like, undescribable. And then they'll be like, I'm so sorry. Like, I didn't even know you'd read it. And
that's so stupid how that works, right?
Yeah, people don't even think they're gonna like see it, which I mean, you do. You see everything because it's on your phone. Like, if someone, just like I, a few months ago would get 100 comments on my Instagram posts. Now I get thousands of comments. I still read them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Dang. That is. Oh my god. I don't know why people leave hate comments.
Like, how do you respond to that?
Yeah, because it's just so.
It's fine. Like, I feel bad. Like, I'm not the type of person to be like, oh, if you leave me a hate comment, like, I hate you. Absolutely not. If you leave me a hate comment, I'm like, I want to DM you and be like, are you okay? Like, what's going on in your life that, like, you had to bring someone else down? Because I want to be there for you, just like I am there for people in my real life. When I was in school and I'd see someone crying in the library, like, I'm the type of person to go up to them and try to, like, help them. So when someone leaves me a hate comment, it's not, I don't take it personally. I take it like I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I feel bad. I want to be there for you.
You know what that is? That's maturity. You know, like that's what it is. I think when you see someone do something mean to you, and your first reaction is to want to hurt them back and reply like, well, who are you again? Like, what is this? Get out of here. I think that's like, you know, that's just you wanting revenge. But I think when you really take a second to like try to understand them and like there's clearly something wrong with their life that they're like leaving hate comments, I think that's like one of the first steps to maturity and being mature about it. So I think it's good that you're doing that. That's great.
Thank you.
Yeah, so where were we? I don't know. So then did you ever just get tired of like people just nonstop calling you Charli and stuff? Like, you just want to be like, I'm over it. Like, just stop with that.
Like, when someone leaves a comment, I don't read too much into it. I don't like get stuck up on it. And so like as I'm scrolling through my phone, like it just like washes off my back.
Are you over it?
I don't have like any comments on it. Like, it's just like I don't really know how to like put into words that it's just me who people are watching. And so, I mean, you can either follow me or not, but I like love every single person that does, even if you do leave a hate comment.
Right. Did it affect your mental health? The fact that you were, getting so much hate all of a sudden?
Well, I still do. I'm very strong. Like mentally, I'm super strong. I've moved quite a few times. I've moved schools a lot. And so I think when I started it, I was doing online school, and I like kind of stopped doing online school like to focus on it, which kind of
Really?
I mean, like my grades went.
Was it during the pandemic, like when it all started and everything moved online? Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, like I got them up again, but it was like the last like week.
Mm-hmm.
And so I had to go to I went to therapy for like a few things, just like to talk about things, because my mom is super big on mental health and making sure like I'm okay and good all the time, which I love her for so much. And so she's kind of like my own therapist. Like we just talk about things all the time. But yeah, I have very strong mental health. I don't know where it came from. I mean, partly my parents and like my mom being there for me all the time, which I love. But then I think it's also like, I don't know when I started having this mindset, but just of like my motto is that the only person that's ever going to be there for yourself is yourself. And so I always like to take care of myself. In the hallways of school, I'd be like, I pretend I'm in a movie. I'm just like, it's just me. Like, I'm fine. I'm the main character. Whatever. So yeah.
So you just like, you've always had pretty strong mental health. You're pretty mentally stable, would you say? I don't think too deeply into things, I guess you could say. I am very strong mentally, meaning that I know what I want in life and I know what I can achieve. And so when someone is mean to me on my phone, or even when someone was mean to me in real life at school, like I knew like little things just like keep me going, you know what I mean? Like the fact that like, okay, in 4 years, freshman year, I'd be like, okay, in 4 years, I'm going to get out of this place and I'm going to get to go to, like, if I, like, grind it out and, like, work really hard in school, I'm going to get to go to NYU and, like, live in New York, which is my dream, and, like, just achieve things along the way. And so I, like, set my mind on something in the future, and then I focus on that. So you know what like...
I know what I want.
You know what you want. I mean, do you?
I mean, yeah, I do. I know that I want to live in New York, and I know that I want to work in film, and I know who I am and who I stand for and what I stand for, and that I know that I have never left a hate comment on someone's page, and I take a lot of pride in that. I know that I have never necessarily been purposely mean to someone. I mean, except for my brothers. I'm sorry, but like, I'm so sorry. No, just kidding. But like, I know who I am, and like, I take pride in that.
That's good. That's glad that you're like doing.
And that scares people away sometimes. Where people are like, oh, like I'm not cocky about it. I never talk about this. Like, I mean, this is what this is for. But like, I don't like tell people that all the time, which I guess
that I
know what I'm doing. Like I know who I am and not what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing.
I think it's okay, I think people are scared of confidence sometimes. And it's even hard if you're a woman, Like, if a man's like, yeah, I know what I'm doing. They're like, yeah, go for it. But if a woman's like, they're like, oh, she like, it's like this whole double standard, but...
Yeah, and it's not like I have confidence, meaning, like, it's not like physical confidence. Like, I don't, like, walk around being like, oh, yeah, I am, like, looking good today. Like, no, I do not think that way. But I think I have confidence in like who I stand for, or like what I stand for. Like I have confidence in the way that I treat people.
And I think, yeah, I don't know. People leave hate for having confidence, which is ironic. Like if especially in TikTok, the whole TikTok environment, if you appear too confident, people will try to like shut that down and be like, why is she so confident? Why is she doing this? Why is she doing that? And is that why you don't like, talking about it too much? Because you don't want.
Well, I think it goes two ways. One thing is that I am. Everyone goes through like times in their day and their week and their month that you're feeling good, and that might just be the 15 seconds that you pick up your TikTok app and record yourself feeling good, and then you can put that down, and 5 minutes later you can feel like shit again.
Yeah.
Like that's just the way it goes. And so that's what people are getting, I guess you could say.
Mm-hmm.
I think that obviously I'm like confident in the way I appear to look, I guess you could say. I think TikTok is there have been days that I've second guessed that because of my comments in TikTok, especially because a lot of them are appearance based, which sucks.
Yeah.
But like, again, I always go back to the fact that like I am confident in how I treat people. So it's like two different things.
Mm-hmm.
You can be like confident in the way that you look, which sometimes I am. I feel like sometimes we all are, sometimes we all aren't.
Yeah.
And we can be confident in the way that we treat people, which is why when someone leaves a hate comment, I feel bad. Like I feel bad for them and I feel sorry for them that like I can't help them in the sense.
You know who you are, where your confidence lies.
Well, sometimes.
Sometimes. That's normal though. You know what I think's gonna happen? I think that you're gonna go through this phase that this is like a pattern I see, is that people get a lot of hate. They get so much hate to the point like even people start to be like, wow, she's getting a lot of hate. And then they're gonna turn back and be like, you're gonna put out like one interview or like one video and people will be like, wow, she's actually really
with,
sweet.
Like Alex, it happened with literally everyone.
Like Charli too, like who is she? And now people love her because they just have to get to know you, and then once they get to know you, they're like, oh, she's actually so sweet. Everyone,
especially like the media, they all try to like create this like hate towards like each other, but like first of all, I've never met her before. Second of all, like she seems like amazing. Like she seems awesome. She seems so nice. Like, exactly. So and like I don't know, we're like of course we look alike, but like we're both 16 and stuff like that. So I don't know. It's just weird. People have like this they're trying to
like pit you against each other. That you guys are like hate each other. Like you're like, oh no.
I know.
I wonder how she feels about it.
Should get her in.
Yeah, let's get her in and be like, you know what? Let's do an interview with Charli.
I'm sure she'll respond.
Ellie. Yeah. Because I feel like if she were to speak about it, it would clear the air.
Yeah, the sad thing is that like there have been so many times where like for example people took it out of context that like my dad shaded Charli. Because there was this video of like we were washing our cars and someone was like, at least she like does chores like in like not Charli, and then my dad responded with Ellie works, but like in his context, that's the thing is like in a 45-year-old man's context, he like my mom. Oh my god, there was a screaming match in my household after that post on TikTok Room, but like. I know it's weird to think that it's like actually happens in person.
Yeah, but
like. My dad was like, I wasn't even thinking about her. Like, all I was thinking is like, yes, Ellie does work. Like, yes.
Yeah, like my daughter's a hard worker.
Yes, Ellie works. That's all. And I'm like, oh my God, no. Like, what are you thinking right now? And so then like, it just gets blown up everywhere. And then all these Snapchat news stories starts talking about it. And then these YouTube videos. And I'm like, oh my God, it was literally my dad. Probably sitting at the dinner table
Charli.
with his phone. My mom's probably yelling at him at our dinner table to get off his phone. He's probably just like going through his TikTok comments, blah, 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 like, yeah, Ellie works, blah, blah, blah. Like seeing that.
So stupid because he's probably like, she's a hard worker. Yeah. And then people are like, no, that's shade. That's
exactly.
Right,
and then literally, like, what he doesn't understand is like, he's like, I'm sorry, like, it won't happen again. And I'm like, what you don't understand is that for the next like month, the only comments I will be getting are like, in quotations, Ellie works, or your dad, I hate your dad, or something like that. And I'm like, oh my goodness, what are you doing?
It sucks when you mess up, because like even if you try to say like that's not what I meant, people won't listen. But you're also like outside of TikTok, you're like a big women's rights and human rights activist. What do you do? Like how did that get started?
So basically, around it's coming up 2 years now. I've had this nonprofit organization called Together as One movement, TGAO movement on Instagram for everyone who wants to go follow that. Yeah,
Go follow
whatever.
it.
Yeah. So basically, that whole thing started because I'm Jewish, and I around 2 years ago there was a shooting at my synagogue, which for people who don't know what a synagogue is, it's like a church, but obviously for Jewish people.
Right.
And so there was a shooting there, and that is where my best friends and we grew up. We went to preschool. That was like our safe place, as for a lot of people, and I mean other people in our community. So there was a shooting there, and we didn't know how to help, obviously. And we had Together as One probably for a month before, but we didn't really kickstart it yet. And so instantly when that happened, we went into like full on, like, we need to help and do something mode. So we made t-shirts and sold them to literally everyone at our school. It was amazing. So everyone was wearing these shirts and like paying for them, and we donated all of the money to these people, like the founders of the synagogue and like our teachers and everything like that, really like close people to our hearts, just to like show people that we could help. And then that started it. And then as we went on, the basis of it is just kind of that every single person, like, no one should be judged for the color of their skin or their sexuality or anything. The only thing that you should be treated on is how you treat people, online and in person. So that's really the basis of it. We're trying to like stop bias from happening, especially in school. And so we have different posts where sometimes we'll post interviewing someone who has gone through, like, has gotten hate for example, the color of their skin at school. And just bringing attention to it, because, like, I think that our generation, I was much more confident about this before I started TikTok, but I definitely think that our generation is the one that's going to stop, maybe not stop it forever, but like, we're going to be the ones to kind of help bring attention to racism and all these terrible things that happen in our world that people before us kind of started. And thank you very much for that. And like help the planet and everything. And so I think everyone in their community kind of has like a group of people that starts that. And for my community, that was me and my best friends. And yeah, I love it. I love
That's
Together
great.
as One,
And you're still doing that?
Yeah, so we sell shirts, we sell sweatshirts, we sell hats, and we donate all of the money. And it's also just like a safe place for people. So at school, we actually have clubs, and then not only at our school do we have a club, but like at other schools, you can also start a club if anyone listening is interested in starting it Together as One club. At your school, we have like a whole IGTV story about it.
Okay.
Yeah. So, it's like a safe place for people. So whenever we had a club, like it was like the biggest club at our school. And whenever you see someone wearing a Together as One shirt, you like know, like, oh, those people stand for something that like I stand for too.
That's great. Do you talk about that like on your social media a lot, or you just kind of like leave it for TikTok life, school life?
Honestly, I was thinking about this yesterday, is that I should start, because actually no one really knows that I started that, especially on TikTok. Oh, it's really hot in here.
Oh, you want to take a break? You go outside.
No, it's okay. Yeah, no one, I don't know. No one knows that I started this. Yeah. So I think I need to, that's the thing, is that mentally I always have this thing where whenever I get a hate comment, I always know that I have something kind of to go home to, which is, Together as One and my school and my family. But I think kind of incorporating that and like intertwining it will kind of be the breaking point for when people start to see me as
someone else,
which I mean, I'd say I'm pretty nice. Like,
Yeah, I think you are. Oh my
really?
god, if people met you, like I think they'd be like, "Wait, you're so nice." Honestly.
Okay, thank you. Sometimes I need that reassurance because I don't talk to very many people. But yeah, it was kind of like that at school, and now it's happening on social media. Where at school, whenever someone would make fun of me or something, I'd be like, it's fine because I always have my family. Like, you know something about me, or I know something about myself that you don't know, which is that I can just go home and be fine. And same with social media, which is like when someone makes fun of me, I think to like in the back of my mind, I'm like, it's okay. I still have like my regular home and school and my regular life. It's all okay. But
yeah, you have a healthy mind. You have a Benz.
That I feel like it's good.
Yeah.
Right?
You have a healthy
should
like.
I start?
You should. I think you should. And it's a good cause, like.
Totally. Oh, yeah. It can help so many people.
Yeah.
It's just like, yeah.
People would appreciate it too.
Let's do it.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I'll help you promote it.
Yeah. Thank you.
We'll get it out there. What grade are you going into?
I'm going to be a junior.
A junior.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So are you going to go live the online life, influencer, online school style?
So I am going to go to this new school, and which is, I mean, a lot of people don't know this about me too, but I've switched schools like almost every single year since I was in like middle school. Part of it is that my parents like moving, which I'm fine with, and then other part of it is just I like having new experiences. I really enjoy them. And so, for example, in 8th grade, I switched to a brand new school in 8th grade. And then halfway through, my mom was like, you just got into this other school. Do you want to switch? And it was like an amazing school. It was downtown. I could see the ocean. I was like, yeah, I want to switch. I want to switch schools. So like, I was that girl who literally switched schools halfway through 8th grade. Like, I was about to promote to, like, high school, so why does it even matter? But I just like now I have friends that live downtown, and I have, like, all these different friends. Yeah, so what was your question? I forgot.
Oh, just like, are you going to go to online school?
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
Good job remembering that. I'm surprised you remember that.
Sometimes I forget.
Yeah. So I switched schools to, it's like half online, half, so I still go to calm down. Chill out, Ellie. Jeez Louise. Oh my goodness.
You're good.
I'm gonna go to online, or I'm gonna go into in-person school for 3 days of the week, and then the rest is online.
Is that because of COVID?
So it's just called it's like a charter school. So regularly it's going to school 3 days a week, and then the other 2 days are online, and that's just how it is for the whole year. But because of COVID, I'm pretty sure it's all just going to be online, just like everyone.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm not, because I've seen people who just get like destroyed by this whole thing in social media, and so I don't know.
What's your like overall goal in life? Where do you want to go?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
I continue to do social media for a lot of reasons, but one of them is that I really want to go to NYU. And so my goal in life is to, first of all, there's like steps. Obviously, goal in life, be happy, healthy, all the cliches that are true.
Live, love, laugh.
Live, love, laugh. Happy face, hashtag amazing.
Yeah.
Yes. But I want to go to NYU, which hopefully social media will help me with that. I want to go to NYU and then work in film and maybe real estate, and then just like, grow myself from there. I feel like I'd thrive in New York.
In New York, that's your place.
Yeah.
Do you like LA?
Place. Yeah. I mean, it's fine. I think that it's really social media based, and it's hard to trust people. I mean, it's just like high school, basically.
Yeah.
It's just like high school, but like in the real world. And yeah, I like it because of the experiences that it's given me. It's really hot. Yeah.
You want to take? Let's just wrap it up.
No. LA is hot, not this room.
Oh, I thought it was the room. I was like,
no. I wouldn't just like. I'd be like, it's no.
It's hot, guys.
I just like kept talking.
Yeah.
It's really hot. No, LA is.
Oh yeah, for sure it is. That's exciting though. NYU is hard to get into, but
Mm-hmm. And you know, that doesn't like. I just want to be in New York.
New York, it's New York.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a whole different lifestyle.
Paris, yeah.
Paris.
Yeah, I want to study abroad in Paris. I think
Oh,
for
wow.
a year, maybe Amsterdam, somewhere in there.
Europe? Do you have like the conflicts of do I want to live the New York life or the European
Oh.
Paris life?
My whole TikTok for you page are it's like I'm on like Paris, New York TikTok.
Really?
Like, I've officially made it on. Like, I so know. Literally, my whole For You page, contrary to popular beliefs, it's not dancing. And it's not like memes. It's not like funny things. I only get like New York day in my lives, Paris like apartment tours. Like that's
Things
my
I
whole
love
thing.
about my Paris apartment.
Yes, those are like styles, like my Paris style, my New York
Uh-huh.
street style, Kendall Jenner street style, like all that stuff. That's my whole For You
Yeah.
page, which I love. I've like purposely only liked things that like do have to deal with that, so I'm very proud.
I mean, yeah, good luck with your New York life. I'll see you there.
Okay, yeah.
Well, I think that's it,
Thank you.
right?
Thank you.
Yeah.
So much.
Hopefully everything goes well for you. Anything you want to tell the audience? Any messages?
Well, I don't know exactly what I just
How you worded
spat
everything?
out.
Yeah.
Don't even know what I was talking about. But like just finishing everything up, I'm super grateful for every single thing that's happened to me in the past few months. I can't stress that enough, and like the fact that I get to be here. So thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Anytime. Come back anytime you want to talk about something.
Thanks.
All right. Follow Ellie Zeiler everywhere, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zeiler. But
Zeiler.
yeah, a lot of people. It's okay.
Ellie
It's totally
Zeiler.
fine.
Yeah, it's a cool name though. All right. Thank you.
Really, thank you.